Hey guys, so today I'm just going to be reviewing a couple products, or just one product, really, a couple of products. And, yeah, so I'm just gonna get started. I'm in my PJs and I didn't really do any makeup today. I'm just kind of barefaced right now, which there's nothing wrong with that. Um, so yeah, today I'm going to review three products actually. I'm going to review the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and my color is in Coconut. The e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And this was the e.l.f. Makeup Seal and Lock. So, the e.l.f. Makeup Seal and Lock. Okay? So, I'll start with the seal and lock. This is in my hand. I love this stuff. I'm so glad I bought it. And you don't really need a lot of it. It's just like maybe 2 drops of this stuff. And I use it for eyebrows, like when I'm drying my eyebrows, or eyeliner. Like, so if I want to make like a colorful eyeliner, I can actually use this and like put whatever powder or shadow that I want as an eyeliner. It actually works as an eyeliner and it stays on all day. This stuff actually does help your makeup last so much longer. So yeah, I love this stuff. This stuff is like the best. Like, it's great quality too, and it's just kind of like eye drop packaging, sort of, But it's this stuff is really effective. 0.53 ounce comes in it, but like I said, you don't need to like pour it all in there. I have not used it. You can use it for eyeshadow, blush. I haven't. I did use it for my lips, which yes, it does help your lipstick last a whole lot longer. This stuff is great. Um, um, However, I haven't tried it for like blush or stuff like that. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know if that blush would be. I would need a bigger brush, which means more product. So I'm not sure if I would use it for big stuff. But like your eyebrows, your eyeliner, your lip, perfect. So this stuff is great. I have nothing bad to say about it. Perfect. Okay. Next is the primer. Now this primer, the packaging is kind of cheap compared to the foundation. You have the foundation, which is kind of like glass material. It's like a really expensive looking kind of glass. Really cool. But this is kind of like plasticky looking, which I don't really look at things based off packaging, but I know people put a lot of emphasis on packaging. So this primer, and I like it a lot. Like, let me show you the concealer. I don't like, see, this is what happens when you put the pump out. It like kind of squirts the product out. Like, I really don't like that. But that's how much is in one pump, and you don't even need that much. And I'm pretty regretful that I put that much out. But it's very it's a gel, so it's not runny. It's not running at all, and it's very smooth. This is a lot for one section, so I definitely wouldn't put this much on because it kind of looks kind of greasy. But once you blend it out, it pretty much makes your skin really soft. Like, you kind of have like really soft skin, so yeah, this isn't a bad primer at all. I like gel and clear primers. I don't know why this seems to work for me, but I don't know if this has an effect on it yet because I'm not sure about its features. Like, my it's kind of weird because it all connects to a certain amount of product. It depends on what foundation reacts to this. I also use the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Does that help? So the primer, I guess it's good if you want to kind of do reverse psychology on yourself and say that you're putting on a base. I do like putting on something prior to like foundation, like a primer, because a primer kind of helps the makeup from actually getting into your skin, and a primer just kind of creates that protection from harmful makeup products and stuff. So I do use this just for the fact of protection, or as a kind of a layer before applying makeup on my skin, so that it doesn't really, have too much of a bad effect on me. Um, I did get like one breakout, but I'm not sure if that's from the product or from the other products, but it's only right here, so that's why I'm not quite sure. But this is a good primer. I wouldn't, I think it's just a generic, mediocre kind of product, primer, and I would use it until it's no more, and then I don't think I would repurchase it. I think I would just buy something else. So that's kind of like my stance on this product, because I wouldn't buy it again. I would just use it up and then, not buy it again, pretty much. But yep. But it does have, I do like that it has a pump. But most primers have ways for you to take out the product, like a squeezy tube or a pump. So yeah. So that's the primer. Okay. And last but not least, the e.l.f. Flawless. The e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I'm in the color Cocoa. I don't know if you can see that. But first of all, I will say that I'm very impressed with the packaging, because e.l.f. is a very inexpensive brand, like really inexpensive compared to like even it's less expensive than drugstore. So um, for this package to get this kind of a feel to it, I mean, look at it. I kind of like this metal. It kind of reminds me of the NARS foundations, where they have like that sort of glassy material. It kind of looks just like it almost, kind of. And it has SPF 15. It's oil free, and I don't have the specifications on how much you get, but I'll put the link to the website, and you can actually look up the product, the ingredients, and stuff like that on the website. But I'll talk about my experience with it right now. So there are multiple ways you can apply this foundation. Now, before I made this video, I spent all week using this foundation every day in a different fashion of foundation. The first day I wore it, I used the e.l.f. powder brush, and it's the flat top one from the Studio line. I don't like this brush for this reason, to apply this foundation, because one, I think it's just this brush is never shed, and I think the consistency of this brush kind of gets into the bristles, and when all the blending happens, it seems like the hairs start to come up, and I don't really like that. But also, this gives me a very, it's full coverage kind of when you use this brush, but I don't like the shedding part, and it's harder to blend. You actually have to blend it a lot to, kind of make it nice and flawless looking. This foundation is not hard to blend. It's just with this brush, you have to go over the areas over and over, so you feel like you're not looking greasy, because it has this foundation is very dewy finish. Like, if you don't want to look dewy, this is not the foundation for you. And if you have oily skin like me, I have oily T-zone, but just this section oily. Sometimes I get oily down here and on my cheeks, so I do have kind of like combination normal oily skin. And I don't know if I would recommend this product. Two reasons: it's very dewy, and it's not a long-lasting foundation. You have to touch up. You have to put powder. Even if, like I said, I use the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and even with that, I had to really touch up because it's really oily. Now, it says it's oil free, but according to the website, there's an ingredient called mineral oil, and that is an oil. So I don't know if e.l.f. made a mistake, or I don't know. I mean, most companies check their products before actually marketing them, so I'm not really sure where they were going with that whole oil-free gimmick, because there's actually mineral oil in this foundation, and I think that's what causes me to look very shiny and oily, because I do get very shiny and oily, and I wish it wasn't, because the coverage is amazing. So this brush, I wouldn't use for it, because it's, like I said, it's a little hard to blend. Then I used the stippling brush, which actually gave it a better appearance. The stippling brush is, I like the stippling brush. I do like the way it looks with the stippling brush. But like I said, the oiliness is what I can't get rid of. But I will, use this product. I do love it, but I have to like blot like every hour, powder my nose or whatever, anything oily, like every hour or whatnot, because it gets really greasy. I went a whole day I was trying to test out the all-nighter spray, and I went a whole day without touching up, and I looked really bad, like oily and just yucky, and it was kind of not embarrassing, because I still like went to class and stuff, but it just looked like I had sweated a mountain of like sweat. So yeah, I'm not sure if I would recommend this for oily skin. Now, dry skin people might have a better chance with this, but it does give you a dewy finish, so if you don't like dewy finishes, this is not the foundation for you. And then lastly, I applied it with my hands, which I actually prefer to apply with my hands. I would probably wear this foundation at night. Like, it would be a night foundation, like for a date or something. I would probably wear this foundation, or if I'm going out with friends or something. because if you're not, I don't stay out late at night, and it's just only for a couple hours. And the foundation is good for like the first 3 hours, but once it gets to the fourth, 5th hour, and you have oily skin, it tends to get really oily, and you have to kind of touch up. So the consistency of it, and oh, so it does have a pump. I did forget to say that, but the pump gets very messy, and I'm not sure why, because I mean you can see the tip. It's like it's really messy, but anyways, it comes out like this. To use a little, so I don't use the whole foundation. But that's where the foundation kind of gets trapped under there. So, but I do like that it has a pump. I love pump foundations because you can control. But there's the consistency. It's not runny at all. Okay, and when you blend it out, it's kind of full coverage. I think it's a full coverage foundation. You can also, control how much you apply on it, and you'll get like a more sheer coverage, or you know. But as you can see, it's very dewy. Like it has this very shine. It's not like oily shiny, but it's very dewy, and that can be a good thing, and it also could be a bad thing. So I'm not sure. I guess that's really a preference for people. It does transfer. I'm not gonna lie, it transfers a lot. So if you touch your face by accident, you may want to go wash your hands before you touch anything else, because it transfers, and when it does, it's like you pick up a lot of it, and that's what I don't like about the foundation. It's like you pick up too much product from your face. Um, but yeah, so with the primer, with the all-nighter spray, this foundation really can last about, freshly, like 3 hours at most, but by that time I'm starting to get really oily in my T-zone and on my chin and my cheeks, and it gets kind of a little, nasty looking, so I have to start blotting with powder, which I don't really mind doing. The foundation's great, and it hasn't broken me out. I've worn it for a whole week. Like I said, I just have this little dot up here. I'm not sure what that's from, but that's the only downside. The only couple downsides to it is that it's not really for oily skin. It has mineral oil in it. It transfers. It doesn't last very long, even with the primer and all the all-nighter spray. So you would have to touch up. Like that's what you would have to do. So will I purchase this again? Probably not. But I will be using this until there's no more in it. So it's kind of like the primer. Once I'm done using it, I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. So I'm not really going to be buying any new foundations. I just really want to try this one. But I still love my Revlon Photo Ready. So I think I'm going to be resorting to that, or the Maybelline 24-hour Super Stay Makeup, because that's also my favorite too. Um, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little review. And if you have any questions or comments regarding any of the comments, please any of the products, please comment below, and I will definitely get back to you all. I hope you guys are enjoying your Fridays. I have no class today, so I was able to film this little video like this in my natural beauty. Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to do videos like this. Alright, so I will talk to y'all later, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see y'all later. Bye!